You're not wrong. We do.
That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Oh, Mondo.
Sayaka fought with your killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Well, we've got all the gold
Yes,
everywhere.
I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because she had gold on her wrist. Sayaka's right wrist had been fractured and her wrist was glittery at the injury's location.
I got it!
I got it!
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
I love gold!
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword right there on her wrist.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Yeah, you game? You game, hero? What happened in my room? What happened? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about. No, fucking hell. How much is there? Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spot to can't fucking talk. To refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage. Ooh, you can press the Q key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the Q key to cycle through each bullet, or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Oh, no. Well then, good luck and have fun. No. We don't want no hard. Okay. So I got those three. I got
the fighting broke out. The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
Yeah.
So, she tried to fight back.
Yeah.
She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
Yeah.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Okay, if the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explaining for how a certain part of the sword got damaged.
When the fighting broke out,
Okay.
the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Yeah?
No, it's wrong.
Fuck. Is it?
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Mm-hmm. Of course, yes.
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Sayaka probably attacked first, the sneaky bastard.
Something sharp. You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
It seems to be the case, Cheerio.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Depending on how much time you have.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
I don't know if you guys have ever held a sword in a sheath, but you could do some damage with that.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out.
Alright.
The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
I don't know.
So she grabs the
Still don't
sword
think
to
that's what's
defend
going on.
herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of the body that... the part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of the body would have to touch it? Her palm.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
I feel like we've already explained this, Aoi.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Way to deflect there, Toko.
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at night time. The water is turned off. Because you can't shower, you can't shit, and you can't wash your hands of gold.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet.
Oh, damn, girl, you stinky!
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword. Which would be Sayaka.
I got it!
So she had the knife.
She had the kitchen knife?
I wonder if she must have attacked first.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
She was totally hoping that someone else would be killed in this struggle, and then we would be set up, and then she would be able to go out. That little bitch.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
That little Snake in the grass.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No.
I felt the penny drop.
It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
So it could have been self-defense in a way.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yes.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
It's a very strong possibility, Celeste.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
And not do the good thing on me either.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Makoto.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Yep.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
God damn it, they've all noticed my bitchiness, hey. Just a little bitch.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait,
Well.
then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Oh, Makoto, all of the facts are literally pointing to this.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
This debate section is taking a lot longer than I thought it was.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Okay, so while Leon is still not a dirtbag, he's still the top one who I think went into that room.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. That's not true at all. Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
I mean, is that not it?
No, that's wrong.
This isn't too hard if this is the hardest difficulty.
There still might be one clue left.
Although,
Sayaka's dying message.
I don't know if that meant that was just for that last case or if this whole case in general.
Dining, wait, what did you say?
You idiot.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037.
You can
her own blood.
You can even see
There
the
must be a
clear
clue
connection
about the killer hidden in there.
between the N.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Her finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Correct.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
It's all baloney.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Yeah.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Oh my god, the speed at which these guys talk. I understand, I get it as a game, but god.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Rude.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Oh. Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear and show us what we've been saying for the last 2 hours. Sayaka's killer is... Where is he? Leon!
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What?
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles
Fucking hell.
that happen to look like my name.
Now that's an anime face.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
No, I'm good. I might try it later.
Sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Might sit down in the shower, you know, relax, see if I can write Leon's name on the wall.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
We just did, mate.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Oh!
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of